It's been a while since I've posted on YouTube, huh? Yeah, let me explain all that.
A lot of people up here don't know much about you. How would you describe yourself and what would you like people to know about you?
I'm a fun guy. Uh, Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, it's just more questions you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Despite its flaws, I love the NBA and I really love basketball. But some things did get in the way of this. In this video, I'll attempt to talk about it all.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Morant off the bounce. 360 spin and the finish for the win!
I cannot believe this!
Something about this whole YouTube thing, man. When you love what you do, it grows and it grows into something that, quite frankly, you never imagined it being this big. And for a while, it was really great. There were things in my life that I had access to that I didn't have access to prior. I made a whole lot of money off of some of these videos. And forever, I am grateful to you guys for making all this possible, for making it so that this could be my full-time gig. Like, this is a dream, okay? And this isn't me saying that I regret any of what I did. I don't regret any of this. But along the way, the last 2 years, some things just didn't sit right with me. Some videos I made, I'm not as proud of as I used to be. And the dip in views, I think, reflected a lot of this. So something that I like to do a few times a year is look back at my discography, so to speak, the history of my channel. It's hard to see here, but the first video I ever uploaded was basically a letter to Kobe. Obviously, he passed away years ago. This was, I think, August 22nd, 2021. This is the first video I uploaded a month after the Bucks won a championship, right? I was in a place where I was just bored, but also I was curious about YouTube. I wanted to explore it, and I wanted to do it in a way that was, just, me talking about things that I love. And I really love the NBA. I've followed it for years. And, these titles and thumbnails, they're pretty shit. All right. But this is what I thought could work at the time, right? And so I just explored. I tried to iterate. I try to make as many videos as possible so I can see, oh, this is working. Well, nope, this is not working. Okay, let's take this off. And so I did that for a while. The views up and down, not really that many views if you think about it. But at the time, this was a lot of views, right? Some of these videos had like 19K views, like this one. Giannis has no skill. The hate is real. That video made me think, okay, videos like these do well. Okay, talking about maybe recent news and talk about the media, that might do well. Why Darren Moore failed to trick the Raptors with Ben Simmons? Ooh, that got me thinking. Okay, there's an interesting way to sell a video, right? And maybe it's something that I could use in the future, right? For more video topics. Knicks hater Raptors fan gloating unceremoniously for 50. This was when the Knicks lost to the Raptors, and this was fun. This was a fun time. And right, this was a fun time, bro. I remember the late 2021, and then this is the 2022 season where the Celtics, right? I'll go back here. Marcus Smart is also part of the problem with the Celtics. Yeah, the Celtics are struggling. Okay, they're struggling to find wins. This team made the finals during this season. Look, another video. Tatum had his worst game despite Celtics having their best one, right? I talked about guys like Danny Avdia, the versatile defender nobody's talking about, because there was an audience that wasn't being fed a video like this about Danny Avdia. Another video about every Jordan Poole, Gary Payton defensive highlights for the Warriors. What is my point in all this? Why am I talking about my past videos? Well, it was an exploration stage for me. It got me to understand what to post, what not to post on YouTube. some of these videos, I'm not gonna lie, they're not bad videos. Like this one, these crypto sports brand deals might not age well. And what do you know? You see that guy on the title and the thumbnail. That's SBF right there. And we know what happened with FTX. We know how that aged well. It did not age well. Okay, Nostradamus 2 for 1. You can call me that. But there was a lot of these videos that I just loved making, right? And most of them flopped, right? But then I started making videos that got views, right? Talking about, recent things that happened in games, Giannis dominating, and then the Warriors striking gold. I was getting views. I talked about Yurtseven in Miami. I don't even think he's in the league anymore. Omar Yurtseven, bro. Like, it got 39K views. The Turkish audience was eating it up. Another Giannis video. They keep disrespecting this dude. A video about a recent game, something happened, and then I made a Siakam disrespect video trying to follow the Giannis feed. I was getting more views. I was getting up there in views, baby. And I was starting to understand the YouTube game a little. I was starting to see what worked, what didn't work. And, some of these videos did flop, obviously, but a lot of them actually did well. Some of the Raptors videos did well. I just started understanding this YouTube sieve. And then the first video that really popped off for me, every low light from the Los Angeles Lakers most disappointing season. I know some of you probably want me to make a part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, part 7. Come on, man. I know, bro. This video was amazing. I remember this video because it was the first week of me getting a new job. Okay, I was working this job, and it was cool. It was a nice little software job, right? And I was working on this specific video, and I was like, bro, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. And I'm actually working on this video before I go to work, after I go to work, and then on the weekends. And it's one of those videos that, man, oh man, this video changed a lot for me. Video popping off, Giannis keeps making skate builds look stupid. The KD disrespect video, oh my goodness. I love torching KD, man. My goodness. The Jokic hate, bro. It was getting to me, and I got another banger, baby. Luka Doncic way better than you think, bro. I was in my element, bro. Like, exploring the Ben Simmons saga. This video right here, I think is one of my favorite. This is one of my best videos. Jason Tatum is falling into the Devin Booker trap.
Welcome to the Kobe Show. Take 2.
We can all remember the swan song that was played during Kobe Bryant's farewell tour. It was just amazing.
60.
A true legend at the highest level of basketball. And Kobe, he left us with so many memories, so many great moments. Bro, something about that video, bro. When I seen this video for the first time in a while, I was like, yo, where's this 2 for 1? Where's this guy at, bro? Like, this 2 for 1? The current 2 for 1 that you've seen over the last year and a half is not the same guy, bro. This is a different guy. He's looking at YouTube in a different way, a different mentality, right? Something shifted, right, with 2 for 1, right? I'm referring to myself in the third person. Well, quite frankly, it's because my name isn't 2 for 1 in real life. Like, what the fuck? Okay? But that video, that Jason, I remember being so passionate about that video. I was just like, bro, this is a crazy good video. Oh my God. And I was working on it. I was having fun. And it really did well. It was amazing. It was just beautiful, bro. This video, the media said the Warriors dynasty ended. Videos that are, this was the first video that was really like pushing the length. Like, oh, this is an hour and 49 minutes long. Bro, it was never my intention to make videos this long. Look, in the beginning, right? You see a long video. This wasn't intentional. I wasn't even trying to make these videos long, bro. They just ended up being long because of how much stuff I wanted to dive into in the videos. The complete rise and fall of the Phoenix Suns. Notice I made a video like this year. The satisfying downfall of the KD Phoenix Suns. And it did pretty well. It did pretty well compared to a lot of the videos I've made recently. But notice there's something different about this video as opposed to that one. Something different. The mental shifting that happened in 2023 when things were not looking so good. I had some good bangers, but then I was just making videos that I thought were cool. I wasn't thinking too much about the audience. And, you see some successful videos, but then you see a lot of flops, especially late in 2022 in December. A new season, I was trying to do things differently. And, oh man, how the Bulls destroyed the house Jordan built.
To compete, to win. That's all I live for, really. When you lose, you're easily forgotten. And I don't think anyone want to go to that grave forgotten.
One of my favorite videos that flopped, right? One of my favorite videos that I thought was going to get a lot of views, but didn't. This video, I think, is something that even at the time, people commented, bro, this is something that I've never seen in NBA YouTube. Oh my goodness, bro. The level of editing that went into this video, bro, it was something that it was new to me. I was trying new things, challenging myself, and it was fun. It was thrilling. I thought I could really get a video like this to pop off, but it just did not, right? Experimentation. It's fun. It's great. But I learned quickly on YouTube that too much experimentation could be a bad thing. I honestly think 2022 2-for-1 was the best era, bro. Like, it was so creative. I feel like the ideas were popping. I feel like I was in my element. There was a lot of things that I did right that, quite frankly, more recently, I've strayed away from. And now, folks, let's get into the magnum opus of this channel, the holy grail of 2-for-1.
Get ready for the longest, juiciest, most in-depth, detailed analysis, deep dive of Kyrie Irving.
I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that this video changed my life, right? The making of this video. Again, I will say this because people won't believe me, but I'll say it every time. This video was not meant to be 4 hours long. It wasn't. I wasn't trying to make a 4-hour long video, bro. Like, the video just ended up that long just because there was so much I wanted to dive into in this video. There was so much I want to talk about Kyrie Irving, about the full experience. Like, the title and thumbnail of this video, the way I thought about it, the way I concocted it, was it took a couple of days for me thinking, what is going to be the best title thumbnail of this video? This was actually a month before I quit my job that this video was made, right? I was in a place where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a bet on myself. And I think I could do it. I think I could go full time. And so I quit. It was January 2023. I remember making that phone call and then the 2 weeks and all that. I did it. I quit. And now I'm like, let's work on this baby. This video could be big. Okay, so what spawned this video was in February, early February, where Kyrie, the headlines were crazy. Basically, he said he wanted to leave Brooklyn. He wanted him to be traded before the deadline. And this is a guy in Kyrie that was already embroiled in so many controversies prior to that. And I made a bunch of videos covering it all, bro. And some of them actually did pretty well to where it got me thinking about doing a bigger video about Kyrie Irving because I knew the base was there. Viewership was going to be good. And I knew that this would be a huge undertaking because there's so much material here. There was so much for me to tap into. I had to cut some things out, believe it or not. The biggest thing I want you to get from this part of the video is my creative process, the workflow in which I was making videos. It was great. It was honestly out of curiosity. I was really delving into these topics because I actually was curious how far deep I can go, okay? How far I could go with a video in terms of information, but also I had a little humor, man. Come on, man, I got the humor. And in late February, it became one of those videos that didn't do well initially. It was a 10 out of 10 the first day of launch. And I remember I was like, damn, that's tough. A big video like this being a 10 out of 10. But after 3 or so days, that number was going up and up and up. It was a 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. And within a week or two, it was 1 out of 10 easily, by far. In less than a month, it was approaching 1 million views. Like, It was one of those videos that I kid you not, bro. It was unbelievable, transformational money was pouring in. If I told you how much money this video made, I feel like this will spawn like 6 2-for-1 copies, bro. Like, I feel like there would be 6 people at the very least that are gonna hear this and say, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely making a channel like this now." Bro, whoo, man. And that's why I'm not telling you, bitch ass. Okay, no. Seriously though, it was one of those videos that basically catapulted the entire channel to where I made a video about Dylan Brooks becoming the most hated player. That did pretty well. Ben Simmons downfall documentary. Now, this video, my second most viewed video, pretty good video. But I would say personally, this was the beginning of the end for 2-for-1. This video right here marks the beginning of the downfall, in my opinion, of 2-for-1. Ironic, I know. That's pretty ironic. The next couple of videos, right? You would see a theme in these videos that when you see it once, okay, it's a cool theme. When you see it twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, it becomes boring. Now, I did make this Jokic video about him winning a championship. By the way, the title, the original thumbnail, I've had to change that shit so many times because it didn't do well at launch. It didn't do well. It's gotten decent views now, but, you know, I'm thinking millions of views now. I'm trying to get millions, bro. I'm trying to get that money. I'm trying to get that views. I'm trying to get Kyrie money, bro. I don't know, bro. But I guess Jokic is boring. I guess nobody cares that he just won an NBA championship, and he did it with a triple-double, basically, averaging almost 30 points, a triple-double the whole playoffs. And you see here the tragic downfall of John Moran. This was a controversial video. I remember seeing people on Twitter, you know, basically, you know, screenshotting the thumbnail title and saying, "Bro, what the hell is this corny shit?" And I'm not gonna lie, at the time, it was funny, but I also agree. It's a bit corny, right? Like, it feels like I'm, you know, the ambulance chasing an injury. Like, I'm chasing for the downfalls now. That's what it felt like I was trying to do. At the time of making this video, it didn't feel good even making the video. This was the first time in a long time where I was making a video and I just wasn't happy making the video. Like, it was not fun, bro. Like, and the video being like 5 hours long, did it have to be that long? And this was, you know, one of those videos that I reflected on and I was like, no, this video didn't have to be that long. This was the first time where I try to stretch out a video's length. Not because I wanted that money so bad, but because I felt like this was the standard now. This is what I had to do in order for my videos to do well. I had to make these videos overly long, absurdly long, because I guess that's what the people wanted. But then I learned pretty quickly that's not what the people wanted. This Zion Williamson video that I made in December of 2023 was actually a pretty good video in terms of the performance. It was a 22-minute video. But again, it's another, you know, downfall type video like, oh, the Zion Williamson problem keeps getting worse. He looks fat in the in-season tournament. That's basically the gist of the video. Like, he's fat again after an offseason where it looked like he was gonna not be fat. And again, he becomes fat. Like, it's the same tired story with Zion, but I just made a video that, you know, people happen to want to watch. The thumbnail, there's a bit of AI editing here. The Zion face, though, it's not AI. That's how actually his face. Again, you know, going with this theme, you know, my videos, you know, I wasn't seeing millions of views anymore. Now you could say, oh, I mean, 100K views, 6-figure views is a lot of views, bro. Like, be grateful, bro. Like 90+% of YouTube won't ever see these views, bro. Like, what? Bro, you're so ungrateful. But I feel like when I see the dip in views, I do think a lot of it is due to the ideas just not hitting. I feel like people have seen this from me so many times. They're just like, they just don't want to click on it anymore. And the proof is in the pudding here with this video that I made before, A Tale of Two NBA Rebuilds. This was actually one of my best performing videos of 2024, right? It did really well. It was a experimental video. It was one of those videos that I was like, you know what, bro? I gotta change it up. And it did well, bro. Like, the thumbnail was risky. I was talking to some people. They were like, I don't know if this will work because the thumbnail is a bit, you know, out there, you know, but it worked. It worked pretty well, but it wasn't the millions. It wasn't the Kyrie levels, So, maybe the downfall thing, maybe that's how I'll get my views. Nope. Made another KD video thinking, oh, you know what? The Zion video did well, 22 minutes. KD just lost another playoff series for the Suns. Let's talk about how, again, KD basically, wrote a deal with the devil since going to the Warriors. And that video flopped. The Rudy Gobert video flopped again. I was just following this theme. Joel Embiid video flopped, but this video I think was honestly a video that could have been shortened by a lot. The story of Derrick Rose, another video that flopped, but I feel like I was just thinking, look, people like Derrick Rose, he just retired. You know what? Whatever. This satisfying downfall of the Clippers video, I feel like was a great video, but the idea is just not there. Like the idea is cool, but it's not like the creative process isn't there anymore. Like I'm not doing videos that I'm really passionate about anymore. Right? I did do a Victor Wembanyama video at this time, but I feel like the YouTube A/B testing thumbnail shit fucked me up to where the views. I feel like I could have gotten a lot more views if I didn't use that A/B testing thing. Now, the satisfying downfall of the Clippers video, let's get back to that because it did do well. 511K views. I think this was the best performing video of 2024, in fact. A franchise that was set to never run LA is now looking like it might do so. I feel like with every video that I was making since the Ben Simmons video, my character in terms of how I presented myself became more and more of a caricature as well. I wasn't as eloquent talking on the mic. I was, free balling a lot of what I said. There was a bit of stuttering here and there, but also a lot of crazy laughter, right? A lot of exaggerated, spike and noise from me.
These guys are the biggest choke artists that I've ever seen in my life. Let's get to it.
And I'm not saying these videos were dog shit, right? I feel like a lot of these videos are really good, right? They're pretty decent videos. And in terms of the views, really, I shouldn't really care that much about that, right? So why do I talk so much about videos flopping, videos not doing well? Well, again, that's the mentality that I had going into YouTube the last 2 years. An unrealistic standard was set, an expectation of sorts, that this was the formula and that anything that would divert from the formula would really backfire, won't do well. Again, these thoughts and questions about, oh, this video is not going to do well. I don't think people are going to want this, watch this. I don't think people... Well, we won't know unless we tried, right? Like, look, the experimenting stage was done. But at some points, like in 2025, I made this video here. The GOAT player versus worst owner, Michael Jordan. Now, I've had to change the title from them multiple times. As it flopped. It flopped horrendously. This was one of my worst performing videos amongst a bunch. Again, I might have stretched the length here, 6 hours and 37 minutes, but I do feel like this video was going to be my longest video regardless of the length. Like, I feel like still this would have been a pretty long video because Michael Jordan's career is long. It's pretty, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But I feel like the ideas, this was the last time I really experimented for a while, right? I tried doing the Phoenix stuff. It did better. And so I did the Bucks. That flopped. And then I tried doing an experiment in the summer that actually did well. And so guess what, guys? You know what they tell you on YouTube, right? When one video does well, you basically have to repackage it and shit out another video. And that's what I did. These two videos were supposed to be one video. But then I had the genius idea of separating them so that I can make two different yada yada yada. It's not 2 hours long. It's 1 hour long, guys. Beautiful. And then this video flopped, and I'm just like, what the hell is even going on, bro? Like I was just done. At this point, YouTube, I was just experimenting again. But again, it wasn't really experimenting because I was still mentally drained from all the failures that had happened before. Money was dripping down. It was running low. There wasn't money coming in anymore like there used to be. And so now I'm feeling the pressures of what it means to be a full-time YouTuber, or what it means to basically rely solely on AdSense. Obviously, a lot of this could have been avoided in the past had I done things differently. Okay, this isn't me saying that I did things well and I got shafted by the system and the algorithm and whatnot. As far as I know, the algorithm, quote unquote, bro, a lot of it boils down to what the audience wants to watch, what the audience thinks is good to watch. And YouTube, obviously, a lot of it does come down to, you know, whether or not a video is just enticing to a lot of people at that specific time. And those people being the people that YouTube thinks would want to watch a video. So it's not entirely that, but at the same time, you could boil them down to YouTube being about what people want to watch. And basically that puts me in the mind frame of assuming what people would want to watch. And because of the previous successes that I've had, it blurred the lines. It made me think that there wasn't as many videos that I could make that people would want to watch to the extent of Kyrie video. And of course that's true, but why should that be the standard in the first place, right? That was the standard for me because that was the best performing video that I've ever had. That was something that I thought could be achieved. And the Ben Simmons video made me think maybe it could be achieved again and again and again. And so I chased that. I strived for that. I was putting my all into it. But seeing the failures time and time again, seeing it not reflect in the monetary and the social media currency that is views, subscribers, and all that stuff. I'm actually losing subscribers every month now for the last 3 months. And it's evident why, based on how I've been uploading, sparsely throughout the last 2 years. My activity on YouTube is not what it used to be. The creative juice that I used to have isn't there anymore. It's obvious to me, it's obvious to even some people watching at home that things are different now. This isn't the same 2-for-1 that, made you fall in love with a sport or made you really look at a topic and, question yourself or just quite frankly had a good laugh about it and learn something as well. Like, this isn't the same guy. This is a guy that let views, let money, let all the stuff that, ruins people's lives or ruins people's, work. Well, that guy, he let that ruin his work. He let that ruin his love for the game. I had lost my passion. I had lost the love of the game. Okay. And I'm trying to find ways to, right the ship. And I couldn't find a way. I had to stop paying my editor because I'm like, yo, bro, I can't do this anymore. Yes, I had an editor for a brief period of time. Not anymore. I edit these videos now from now on. I'm trying to steer the ship in the right direction. And unfortunately, there's so much pressure, so much anxiety that I felt over the last year and a half that it's made it hard for me to really be creative, really, try new things because every video has to be a banger. Every video has to be a success. Every video has to be a money making machine, right? And so I took some time off. I took some time to think about it, right? I even made a video on my second channel last month detailing why I just stopped. I just stopped making videos or why I just was done. I felt like something had to change and I didn't like what I was doing on YouTube and I didn't like the NBA. I just don't like what I'm seeing from Adam Silver. I don't like what I'm seeing on Twitter. I just don't like life, right? Life. Something just was off. Something was missing. The things that got me to wake up in the morning and really be driven and passionate to make the videos and the content, the beautiful, beautiful thumbnails. I just couldn't do it as much. I wasn't motivated. Not just that, but I was actually motivated not to do it now. I was motivated to avoid it because it was so stressful, so anxiety ridden. The process was cooked. It was broken. I just couldn't get myself to make a video on the main channel anymore. And so for a while I was making videos on the second channel. I feel more safe making videos here in terms of like, oh, if a video fails here, it doesn't matter really. Like if a video fails here, what's the worst that can happen? Like I go from, 2,000 views to what? 800 views? I mean, my baseline views was like 800 views to begin with. Like, who cares? Like, are we serious? Like, bro, I don't have much to lose here. But the stakes are higher in 2-for-1. The stakes are way higher on this channel, bro. I can't just post a flop. Well, the last couple of months, I've been posting flops, and I still feel this way despite seeing that I can post flops and my life not be over. Like, I could post flops and things not be completely shit, right? That's something that I'm, slowly trying to, get myself to really realize. Like, YouTube is whatever you want it to be. YouTube doesn't have to be bangers after bangers after bangers. I'm making this video really to get myself in the door again, to get myself to actually make videos like I used to back in the day. I even made a Patreon recently, which you can find the link in the description. But I don't know if you can see the top header here where it says member billing is paused and will resume on October 30th. Yeah, I've paused billing for now because, quite frankly, I don't think I'm providing enough value for patrons to spend their hard-earned money on. So what I'll do is, you guys could sign in and, be one of the tiers on Patreon. If you want to, that would be great. I know you might think this whole video is just an ad for Patreon. Oh my god, you want money so bad to what? Bro, it's just me basically placing a bet on myself, thinking, look, man, I'm trying to make videos like I used to, and I think these videos could really, really be great. And I think a lot of you probably agree. Okay, a lot of you that are watching today's video probably think this guy Tufwan still has it in the bag. He still got it. That's why I'm subscribed to this guy, bro. And I feel like Patreon is a good way for me to gauge whether or not that's true, right? So, some of you can, subscribe. And I think I will pause billing probably for the rest of the year. November and December, I probably will pause billing then as well. I will resume until I see that I have enough value being provided on Patreon. So far, I'm just putting up older videos and putting up today's upload. That will be on Patreon too. What I think I'll try to do is add more exclusive content here on Patreon to obviously make it more enticing for people to come here. Because why else would you want to come here when you can watch all the videos that I put on here on YouTube? Like, I gotta post something here that's Patreon exclusive. I think I'll do that moving forward with a lot of the videos I make now in the future. Yeah, you'll be seeing more Patreon exclusives. And if you think that's cool, if you like that, you can consider subscribing. The link in the description. If you want to write the URL, it's right there. And look, man, this is me trying to get back to what I think is right, what I think is the best way for me to go forward as a creator. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, it feels like I need to apologize to you guys, honestly. I let you guys down for a good chunk of time. Obviously, I don't have to apologize. I mean, it's my channel. I could do whatever the hell I want. Y'all are just gonna watch somebody else to begin with. It doesn't matter. Like, I could just die off and YouTube will be the same, right? I just feel like I let y'all down, bro. Like, this is not what I wanted the channel to become, right? It's always hard to let go of something. And it's one of those things I was thinking, should I just stop making YouTube videos altogether, bro? And I just stopped myself and I'm like, bro, there's a reason why I keep coming back to this, bro. There's a reason why I keep watching basketball to be good. I'm still invested in this. I still love the sport. I still think there's a lot to talk about. There's a bunch of video ideas that I've thought about making, and I'm like, nah, bro. Nah, viewers aren't gonna like that. Like, bro, fuck that, bro. If the viewers like it, they'll like it. If they don't, they don't, bro. The videos are gonna have to be made, bro. You can't let that sit in the tuck, sit in the backlog for too long, bro. You gotta put those videos out. Put them bangers in, bro. You don't know what a banger is until you put it out. Like, frankly, bro, this whole... And honestly, I think this is the black and white thinking that we tend to fall into when, you feel more anxious, feel more stressed. You're in a fight or flight, freeze situation. You're in a situation where it feels like there's very little options for you to go to. And that's where I've been for like the last year. Honestly, that's how I felt about a lot of things. I'm slowly getting myself right. I'm slowly getting myself back in the gym. Slowly doing things to better myself. And I'm hoping I could better this channel too. And yeah, that's it, bro. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's not really a typical 2-for-1 upload, but I feel like this would be a perfect video to put on this channel as like a restart button. Like, this is the new era, bro. This is a new era. Might have to change the logo, maybe not. You know, comment section. What do y'all think, bro? Should I change the logo? Should I change it? I have a new logo already made, but I don't know. It does feel like one of those like minimalistic logos that, you know, takes away the flesh of this channel. I don't know, bro. I'm just talking to myself at this point. I'm yapping too much. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, bro. Have a great rest of your days. And the NBA season's back, baby. I can't wait. Woo! All right, peace out.